Hi, my name is Mark Fry, and I'm one of your instructors for Speech 128. Glad to have you on board for the course. This is our fully online version of the course because of the shutdown. And I think you're going to find that it's going to be really enjoyable and interesting to be able to navigate through this whole course with us. It's only 3 weeks long for this particular course, so it definitely is fast and furious. We're looking forward to taking you on this journey. I think that you'll find that some of you may have been intimidated when you saw the definition of the course, that it's a speech course. Just the word speech scares a lot of people. A lot of people get freaked out by that. But you know, Sherry Diesler and I have both been teaching this course for over 25 years, and we've had a lot of experience working with students, and I think you'll find that you'll be able to get through this course comfortably. It's interpersonal communication. So it's not all public speaking, although there are some presentations that you will give in the course, but we're going to give you lots of support and help you through that section. Plus, you won't have a big audience sitting in front of you because it is an online course, so you'll be in the comfort of your home as you go through this course. So I will be showing you in the rest of this video a tour of the course itself. We'll be looking at the basic structure of the course and go over the basics. So looking forward to taking you through to the end. Welcome to taking a close look here at the website for the course in Canvas here. So this is what it looks like when you first go on to Canvas for Speech 128, section 4037. And just want to give you a quick little tour of it so you get an idea of what you're going to see when you go here. So this is the home page, and the main thing is to look at what we call the modules. And I'm going to click on the modules so you can see the whole course laid out from start to finish. This is what the course looks like. Each one of these sections here is kind of like a chapter in a book, you could say, of the course. And you'll get all the way through here, 7 different sections. So let's just take a quick look at them. We start off here with the syllabus. And if you click on the syllabus, you will see basically a quick overview of the essential things. Our website, our email addresses. This is a website for the original course that we used. You've got some prerequisites, all that kind of information. Actually, there are no real prerequisites for this course, luckily. And you will see here that the objectives are here, the grading policy, email addresses, all the basic stuff that you need is right here in this. So I'll let you look at that at your own time so you can take your time looking at it. But let's go to the next module here about the course. This really gets you started. Again, there's some basic information about the class. The things that you're actually going to get graded on are listed here. We've got something called the war story, which we'll talk about later. We've got activities called stop and think exercises, where you'll be reading a chapter and then there'll be a pause where it'll say stop and think, and then you'll get to write about that particular prompt that we list there for you. Some discussion boards, some quizzes. There's skill package activities that you're going to be doing. A final presentation discussion about your skill package. We have the grading percentages broken down here. This project called the skill package, which I'll be going over in a separate video, is 50% of your grade. It's the biggest project that you'll do. The other activities add up to 40%, and then there's a final little presentation at the end that you do, worth 10%. Useful information here. For example, if you're having trouble with Canvas, they've got a 24-hour a day, 7-day a week support line. You can call them toll-free, and it's actually quite interesting. There's always somebody there so far that whenever I've tried to call them, and they'll give you answers right away. So there you go. That's the basics of that. Now, also inside about the course, there's a little section here and some tips on giving a speech. Each of these are links so that you can click on them and get to go over them as you wish. If you go here to the next button here, you'll see the first speech that we'll do is something called the war story speech. And this just gives you a few little practical tips to do them. You'll actually be uploading it as a recording, so you can actually just talk right into the computer. And you'll see when you go to submit assignment that if you already made a file, like let's say you did it on your phone, and you could actually just choose that file and upload it. But if you want to go directly and use the actual computer, you can click here on Media and then Record or Upload Media. And you can actually click here, and then the camera on your computer will just record it, and you can submit it that way. It's kind of a cool way to do it. One thing about the war story here that's also very useful is we have examples. Now, this is going to link to an outside website here, and you have to actually click here on the white letters to get to the link, and it goes to my my Vimeo page here, where I have actually 120 examples of war story speeches that have all been recorded. And you can actually just peruse through these, and I would recommend that you watch at least 2 or 3. Look through, see, oh, I'm kind of curious what this person would say, or this person, and just click on it and you'll see their video. And it just gives you some really good examples of war story speeches. It's a great thing to do. So definitely recommend you check out a few of those here. Okay, so returning back to the modules, that gives you most of the about the course. The skill package, as I mentioned, is the largest part of the course. I will go over that with you in a separate video, though, because that takes a little bit of time. Now, the rest of the course is pretty self-explanatory. We've got it's broken down into chapters. And when you first click on a chapter, you'll see that there will be some reading material, typically about 7 or 8 pages or so to read. And you'll look through it and then just follow the steps as you go along, right? So you get through, read chapter 1, chapter 2, and then we combine those together. So there's what we call a stop and think for chapter 1 and 2. And if you click on it, you'll see that it's actually locked now until it opens up. But you'll see there's a couple of prompts there, and then you'll be able to answer them and give your answers. Keep in mind that for everything you turn in for this whole course, whenever you turn in an assignment, it always has to be at least 1 full page, which is at least 250 words, which is basically 1 page double space. So anytime you do a stop and think or an activity, always keep in mind it's got to be 1 full page per anything you submit, okay? All right, so I won't go through chapter 1. There's a study guide here for the little quiz. There's a quiz covers chapters 1 and 2. Then we've got the same thing going on with chapter 3, a few things to read. There's a stop and think, study guide, quiz. Chapter 4, very similar. There's an activity called the nonverbal experiment, which you get to read about. And there's some links of some extra information you'll need. Chapter 5 covers the subject of listening. Chapter 6 deals with conflict resolution. And then the last chapter deals with communication in difficult situations, like how to talk to someone who has cancer, or how to avoid finger wagging, like when you're trying to tell somebody what they should do, or if a doctor is trying to tell you you should do something. Dealing with things like suicide and depression. Very interesting topics here that we end the course with. Okay, so this gives you the real overview of the whole course. There will be another video to take a look at it in a few minutes here on the actual skill package. As you're going through the course, make sure that you stay in touch through the grades. You can always see when something has been graded, and you can take a look here and see if it's been graded or not. Usually it takes us a few days or so to finish grading something once you turn it in, but keep looking at that so that you always know what's going on with that, okay? So that basically finishes a basic overview of what's happening in the course. Of course, reach out to us if you have any questions. You can email or text us or call us, and we'll be there for you. Thanks a lot.